Hi. So I wanted to talk to you today about healthy relationships being about give and give. So we have people out there who are givers, there are people out there who are takers, and there are people out there who are matchers. They match quid pro quo. So some people just give and give and give, and they're with somebody who's a taker and they just take, 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 take. But to me, the best arrangement is when you, at the very least, can match each other or just give and give back with, kind of like unconditional love. For instance, my partner and I, we've been together 12 years and we're constantly giving to each other. He gives me a bath, I give him other things. And it just works out so well if you just give and try not to get into a resentment rut or something snowballing into something unhealthy. So, for instance, I had a client recently I did an online talk with, and he had told me that he's been stuck at home with his wife and he's been frustrated with the lack of sex. So he's been withdrawing. He used to give her back rubs and things, but he's just kind of withdrawn because he feels rejected, he feels bad. And so I gave him some ideas and perspective because as a woman, I know what women really like and desire. And I also kind of have the personality of a man or the libido of a man. So a lot of men have spontaneous desire and a lot of women have responsive desire. So men often wake up activated and kind of very alert and aware of sex all the time, whereas women tend to kind of flow through in a different way. And when they're introduced to an erotic idea or some sort of sexiness, then they get turned on. So I'm kind of more like a man where I wake up activated and I'm constantly thinking about it. So I have the best of both worlds, I think. And so this man was feeling withdrawn from his wife. So I suggested that he just try to give to her and see what happens. And in his situation, it worked because he's married to a good woman. And so he drew her a bath and he treated her like a queen in a way that he hadn't done in such a long time that she was so surprised and pleased. It sparked things and they got right back to what they had before. And it worked in their situation. So I'm so glad that he reached out to me and I was able to get them back on track. And if it ever goes off track, which it will because we're all humans, then you can always call for a relationship check-in. So a relationship check-in can be scheduled. It can be once a month. It can be as needed. And that just means that you have to think when things start to get a little wonky and you're feeling neglected, you have to think about what are your physical needs and what are your emotional needs. And you need to go to your partner in a neutral, safe setting. The right time is important, and to check in with them and say, are your emotional needs being met? Yes or no? Are your physical needs being met? Yes or no? And then talk about it and figure it out and come up with a plan. And everything is adjustable. And the thing of it is that if one thing doesn't work, there's so many other options and things to try. So I think we all should be doing the best in our situation. There's that cat again. She's also insatiable, by the way. And just, try to be as understanding of the other person as possible and try to see where they're coming from. But of course, you shouldn't be just suffering for on and on and on and feeling kind of trapped. You should definitely speak up and advocate for yourself, but be as respectful and tactful as possible. On my blog, thebeautifulkind.com, I have a really great post on hardcore relationship exercises. And it talks about some really interesting approaches to kind of breaking through the small talk and getting to some kind of difficult conversations and really drilling down to what our heart, what our soul is really needing right now. And it's not just sex, it's also the intimacy, the connection, the being seen, the being felt, and feeling like someone else values you. And of course, you want that to go both ways. So I hope this helps. And I am very grateful for my wonderful giving partner. And I'm always telling him, you're so good to me. Oh my gosh, you're just amazing. And he says, I love you too, darling. Have a good day.